Sports is a $500 billion industry. Rwanda is betting on this sector as an engine of development and is tapping into its potential for socio-economic and cultural growth. Welcome to Doing Business in Rwanda. In this episode, we focus on the country's efforts to offer policy, technical, and financial support to promote and grow the sports sector. I'll be your host, Tessie Carvin. Wins, losses, laughter, tears, pride. All these words can be associated with one sport or the other. Sports has a unique way of uniting people as they support their favorite teams, players, or game. Sports knows no boundaries. A win for one country is a win for an entire continent, especially here in Africa. But beyond the social aspects, the potential of the sports sector can be leveraged to spur economic growth. In efforts to diversify its economy, Rwanda is engaging in the business of sports and has been intentional to ensure that the sector is thriving. One of the areas where the Rwandan government has gone all out is its sports infrastructure.
We have invested in infrastructure to be able to promote sports, to be able to make sure that we have right infrastructure for our clubs, for national team, to be able to train and also compete. And then number two, we are also having these investments to make sure that we achieve one of the objectives that we have as a country of becoming a destination for events, with also another specific focus on sports-related events or sports tourism. And then we also are making these investments to make sure that we keep boosting or catalyzing the economic development, because sports economy is one of the major contributors to our economy, and this is also contributor that we want to make sure that it increases its share in our national economy.
A 10,000-seat basketball hall that cost more than $100 million, a $16 million golf course, a $1.3 million international cricket stadium, the ongoing refurbishment of the Amahoro National Stadium, expanding it to a 45,000-seat capacity. It is obvious that all these infrastructures cost a pretty penny. What is the expected return?
This is a long-term return that you are looking at. If you construct a stadium, this is something that will be there for so many years. And then when you host an event, you have a full ecosystem around that particular event. If I were to base on a football game or FIFA Congress that we recently hosted, when you have a game or an event, you have people coming to the stadium. They pay entrance fees, and then at that particular facility, if it's an arena or stadium, you're consuming electricity, you're consuming water. People who come, they use transport. So you really have also, you're catalyzing the transport sector as well. You are creating jobs. When you have a competition or a sports event, you have people who are involved in different activities, so you're also creating jobs. You have people who are involved in the multimedia, sound system, video, so that's also another industry. So the impact is really across different sectors of the economy, be in terms of catalyzing agriculture for those who are supplying food supplies to the hotels where all of these guests stay, be in terms of events management, be in terms of infrastructure that I mentioned, electricity and water. So it's a long-term return, and it's really one of the major aspects that we believe will be contributing in terms of increasing the overall economy of Rwanda.
I've been in this industry, and I'm a firm believer that the industry has been overlooked far too often. We really undervalue the impact that this industry can have in countries. And if we look at it, you'll start to understand that the impact is not only financial impact, is marketing impact, is just general PR impact. that a country can gain off these sort of events. So when we look at it, we look at how Rwanda is positioned, we look at the arena, we look at all the facilities around it. The opportunity is massive.
Massive opportunities have come to Rwanda as a result of the country's efforts to expand its sports infrastructure. Being the largest indoor stadium in East Africa, the multi-purpose BK Arena hosted the inaugural Basketball African League in 2021. This year, Rwanda played host to the 73rd FIFA Congress. In 2025, Rwanda is expected to host the UCI African Road World Championships. All this is seen as a vote of confidence for the country.
This is a vote of confidence in our country in terms of really saying we have what it takes to host an event at that particular caliber. This is a congress that brought together 211 member associations. So FIFA, all of these countries that you see, they were in Rwanda. FIFA has got 211 member associations, and for each member association, they invited 3 people. And then, so that's 600 plus. You add the members of the council, you add the sponsors, you add VIP. So we had a number close to 2,000, in terms of the visitors that came in for this particular congress. So if also you look at the caliber of the event and the way we've been able to host it successfully, it's again in line with our national strategy of becoming a destination for major events. This is part of the national strategy to meeting, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. So we really have what it takes. We have right infrastructure, we have the political will, we have the team, human resources that are able to assist international partners like FIFA to be able to host international events.
Along with the infrastructure development, the Rwandan government is keen on talent development as well. Paris Saint-Germain Football Club, in conjunction with Visit Rwanda, inaugurated the PSG Academy in 2021.
Paris Saint-Germain Academy Rwanda na academy yatangiye mu mwaka wa 2021 mu kwezi kwa.
PSG Academy Rwanda began in November 2021. We have 207 kids, 78 girls and 129 boys, all between the ages of 6 and 16 years. When we started, we had children of between 6 and 15 years, but last year, the kids graduated. Our goal is to help children sharpen their skills in football and enable them play at a professional level.
Impano zabo mu mupira w'amaguru kugira ngo bazabe abakinnyi beza bakine ku rwego mpuzamahanga bakine nk'abakinnyi babigize umwuga.
I have always liked the PSG Football Club, and when my dad discovered that the club has established an academy in Rwanda, he brought me here. At the academy, we have been taught different football skills.
I have a bright future in football, and if I keep up my effort, I can become a football star and compete for the World Cup and be like Messi, Mbappe or Neymar.
With this academy and several others around the country, talent is identified early and nurtured to maturity, securing the future of football in Rwanda. At the same time, women have found their place in the game.
Then I thought, would it be possible if I try becoming a female coach, since there are only male coaches? That is when I started, and it worked. To start my career, I got trained together with men that already had experience, and I emerged third in 30 people, yet I had never coached before. That is when I realized it is possible.
And
I formed IS Kigali team for women, and it is the first team since I started coaching it. I got the opportunity in 4 months after they realized that I am confident, and I was offered to coach the national team. We went to Germany, played 6 matches, and won 3 of them. The Germans realized how determined and young I was, and they offered me a professional training course in Germany. I completed the 1-year training in 9 months, then came back to Rwanda to officially kick off my career.
Nibwo nagarutse mu Rwanda gukora kariyeri yanjye neza noneho.
The strides made in Rwanda's sports sector are plain for all to see. The Visit Rwanda campaign partnered with some of the world's biggest brands to share the beauty of the country with millions around the globe. However, critics have accused Rwanda of sports washing, terming the partnership as extravagant. Setting the record straight, CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, Claire Akamanzi, said, and I quote, "Rwanda's partnership with Arsenal and PSG generated over $160 million last year in media value. This in turn helped generate $445 million in tourism revenues, courtesy of the over 1 million visitors to Rwanda in 2022. It is time to move beyond the false narratives that prevail in public discourse on this issue. There is power and opportunity in sports partnerships, and Rwanda is clear on how to pursue prosperity for all. We will not be bullied into ceding our place at the table." End of quote. Rwanda's governance and growth models may be unusual to some and intriguing to others. However, the nation's calculated risks have reaped benefits in the past and continue to demonstrate development across sectors, and the sports industry is expected to be no different. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.